Hi Stampin' Friends, it's Marilyn here with Stamping Creations with Marilyn. I am going to share a card with you today, plus a few other items that are happening in our Stampin' Up world and in our Stamping Staycation world. So just checking, make sure that I'm in the right place on my Facebook page. Looks like I am. And want to remind you that even though I don't comment while you're on there making your comments, I really do appreciate them. And I appreciate your sharing my videos to get my name out there. And I would like to have more and more uh, people join my Facebook Lives and join my card classes that I'm going to be putting online. So please keep in touch by doing that. I do have a couple of draw prizes to share with you. I have been away I wasn't here last week, so it wasn't a live, it was a taped video, but I have made a draw for last week's comment winner as well as the week before. So I have for the February 25th video, the winner of the card that we made that day, and that is, I'll just show you this one here, is Faye M. So that will be in the mail to you, Faye. Thank you for commenting. And the one that for last week's video is Rhonda M. So lots of M's happening there, and that's the card that you'll be getting in the mail, Rhonda. So thank you again for partaking. I do have a couple other announcements, but I'll show you when I switch the camera down to my desk. And I have, at the end of it, please stay till the end, I am going to make a draw from all of those who have shared my video since we announced Stamping Staycation on August 17th. So I will be drawing for a free registration to that. The staycation is happening this coming Saturday on September 12th, and you can still register if you haven't already. Registrations close on the 10th. And I will, if you do win the draw and you have already paid, I will refund you your payment. So let's switch you down to the desk, and I'll show you a few other things that are happening. I have a new host code for September. If you're ordering online, I would appreciate you using that host code if your order is under $200. If it's over, you will receive the rewards with your order. The Stamping Staycation I just mentioned, it is an online retreat. There will be live paper crafting presentations, project tutorials that you will get after the fact, plus you'll also get recorded versions of our live presentations. There's the secret stamping session. We have some challenges for you, lots of design inspiration, tips and tricks, but your last day to register is September 10th. So keep that in mind. Contact me if you have any questions on that. The next thing I'd like to share with you is the promotion that Stampin' Up! Has right now called Get and Go. It's a starter kit promotion, and normally our starter kit is you pay $135, you get $165 worth of product. So if you wanted to try out that new cut and emboss machine, it fits in that price category. But also for this month, you will get 2 other stamp sets and some rhinestones and 2 card packs that you can use for making cards to give away or making cards if you want to have a class. So the extra price that you get for that, or the extra value you get for that, is another $56. You will end up with $221.75, no shipping and handling, no GST, and you only pay $135. So I just want to show you the stamp sets. Let's see if I've got it in the camera. This one, So Much Love. Beautiful outline set that you could color the words So Much Love for You, You Made My Day. That's one of them. And the other one is Queen Anne's Lace. And that one has different fonts as well, celebrating all wonderful things about you. I know you have the strength to get through this. I'll be right by your side. So lots of variety in that set as well. So if you're interested at all in those, you can find more information on my site as well as contact me, and I can help you out. So today I am going to share a card I've made with this particular bundle. This is my cutouts of the dies that come with the set, stamped and cut out, so you can see the stamp set. So it's Autumn Goodness. Comes as a bundle, so that means you get 10% off if you buy it as a bundle. It has the cutest little picket fence, a little heart, wheels for the wheelbarrow, some wheat, some flowers, some pumpkins. So definitely fall related. And I'm not sure, I don't know how well that shows up. This is a die that also embosses, and that's what I've used. Maybe it'll show up better here on this card that I'm going to share with you today. So you just run it through the cut and emboss machine once, and you end up with it being embossed as well as cut out. So a quick and easy card. I've done a little bit of stamping on the inside, a little bit on the envelope, and I'm going to show you how I did those. So I will set things aside. Before I get there, I will show you where the items are in this holiday catalog. The brushed metallic is what I used for just the outside of this little wheel. It's on page 45. You get 3 different bronze, copper, and gold in that package. And then the bundle itself is on page 48. So you have the stamps, the dies, some samples you can copy, and there's lots of samples on the internet, different blogs, as well as on Pinterest. So always something out there. You do not have to make your own designs by any means. So I do have some of it pre-done, but some of it I want to show you a couple things that I learned with it. So to begin, I am going to try not to drop anything on the floor, and I'm going to start with holding my 8.5 by 5.5 card base. The layer for inside I will stamp eventually, and I'll stamp my envelope. I have already cut out my little picket fence. Isn't that the cutest little thing? And the die cut for the wheelbarrow that embosses. Hopefully you can see that. And the wheel has the little slit in it already to mount that. And then I've got I'm going to say that one's copper, I think. So that will go on there. I'll put that together after. I like to get all of my pieces ready first and then start my assembly. So to begin with, I'm going to put my pumpkin pie orange cardstock through an embossing folder, the subtle embossing folder, and I just want to share a couple things with you on that one. It is from the Big Shot, the Sizzix Big Shot though, and in the Big Shot I used the clear plate. It has Sizzix written on this, and that indicates to me that I need only one number 3 plate on the new cut and emboss machine. I'm going to try not to lose my pieces while I show you how that works in this machine. So when you get this new machine that we have, you do get, I'm going to have it placed over whack here, cutting plates with numbers on them. So we have a 1, we have a 3, we will have another 3, we have a 4, and there is a 2 that's used more for die cutting. And it tells you exactly what you need to do. Place die cutting edge down, use the thin dies, insert embossing folder hinge first. So when I first came across this, okay, insert embossing folder hinge first. That's what I have here. See, it has a hinge. Using 3D embossing folder, use number 4. Okay, this is 3D. Try number 4. Didn't work. It's too hard to put through. So I'll just show you what I mean. I have a line here at the bottom, line it up so it's straight. Put it in, put the hinge first. I put my number 4 plate on, and when I went to crank it, it just does not work. Took that out. Don't force it if that's the case. Number 3 plate is just a little bit thinner, and when I go to put it through, it does go through. So just a word of caution, if you are using this machine, is that if your plates are 3D but they say Sizzix, they need a number 3 plate. If they are 3D and they do not say Sizzix, it will be a Stampin' Up plate and it will need the number 4 plate. So that piece is done. So there, I have my little cutouts here, but I do have these pieces that need to be cut out. So I was going to show you my dies, and I am using one plate strictly for the bottom for cutting and another plate for on top. And I don't have the magnetic plate yet. There is a magnetic plate coming, or that is available, that has magnets everywhere, unlike the plate that we had for the Big Shot it had little round magnets and it would jump if you didn't have things placed properly. So for now, I just really apply pressure there so that it doesn't slide around, and it's not working. Guess what? Maybe it needs the number 2 plate. See, I'm still learning too. Oh yes, it says look at 1, 2, 3, and I missed the number 2 plate. So let's try this again. So that one, as you probably noticed, went through way too easy. So that indicates to me that I didn't have the right sandwich. That's a little better. And sorry that it's shaking, but that happens to be my table. So there is my flower image, which we'll put a bit of color to after. And for the words, I have chosen this nested label set, which comes with lots of labels with stitched edges. Actually tells me 9 different sets, or 9 different pieces in that. So I struggle with, because I'm used to the magnet on the other one, trying to get that to stay put. We'll see how I do. So just remember again that if you go to put your dies through your machine and they're too tight, do not force them. The machines do break when they are. Look at that. I think I'll be pretty good with that one. Okay, so I think that's all my cutting that I need to do today. So I will carry on with putting it together. So what I did, I like to use my silicone mat for any kind of gluing, so I don't get it all over my work surface. So to glue my wheelbarrow together, I just put, probably too much, a little dab of that. Oh, did that backwards. Let's see what happens if I do this over top now. Should I have the copper piece on there first? But I think, I kind of like it. I'm going to do it this way. It's just, again, whoa, careful. So you'll see, if you're comparing this one to this one. There's no right and wrong. You can adhere it, and as we've often been told, there's no wrong way of doing things. It's just a good chance for embellishment. So I'm going to attach my pumpkin pie. Isn't that a gorgeous color for fall? And it is cut. I'll have dimensions. I will put dimensions on the bottom of the video, so in case you want to do one the same. My inside piece, I'm going to stamp just and I'm using gray granite, and that is the cardstock as well. And there's no right or wrong, whether it's all on the cardstock, whether it is partially off. You can do whatever your little old heart desires. And whoops, let's turn it right side up. I'm going to do the same idea, only the opposite corner on the envelope. And I like to stamp on the piercing mat because, especially with photopolymer, it gives a little bit of cushion so you can stamp more evenly. So that can now be put on either with this new Stamp and Seal or with your liquid glue, whatever is your favorite. And I like to turn mine over to varnish it so I'm not rubbing my hand in the ink. Then I did put my cute little fence on. Never had a picket fence on our farm, but they sure do look nice when you go for a drive anywhere and see a well-painted little fence like this, or even some that are in the wood grain. I think look spectacular. So I chose to place mine on the side and right up to the edge, and just my personal preference. Then I'm going to put this is the leg and this is the wheel, so obviously when it's standing it would be like something like that. And because it has a bit of a textured finish, I'm going to use my liquid glue. And just line the stick in there. My words are going to go here, and you'll notice on this one I do have just a touch of color around the edges so that it stands out a bit. So I'm using a sponge dauber and the ink that I used for stamping the image. And you just rub it around the edges like that, as little or as much as you want. And that piece I am going to put on with dimensionals. So that is our kind of spongy little pieces. So I can try to put it on straight. There. So now all I have left is my my flowery piece. Now on this one I did color it with, probably will again, with some of the blends. These are just the ones I used last, and I will try not to get my head in the picture. And most of the time when I use blends, I do use the painter end of it. But because these areas are so small, I did use I'm going to call it the pen end of it. And just adding a bit of color all over. So when you're watching me do this, why don't you leave me a message in the comments? Let me know what your favorite thing about fall is. You must have, even if you don't like fall, you must have a favorite something about it. My comment to anybody is, or everybody, is that I love fall. I love the colors. I love the coolness, but I really do not like what comes after it, the cold. Winter sometimes, the snow is okay, but the cold itself is certainly not a favorite of mine. And to be honest with you, it's getting more on going down further on my list as I get older, which maybe some of you feel the same way. So let me know. Love to hear from you. Any comments I really do appreciate. Um, and like I said, I will definitely go back and look for them and comment after I'm done. And so it doesn't take much with the, if you use the brush end or the pen end, as I'm calling it. And just adds a little bit of color. And then when I'm done with it, I'm going to, and you do, because they're alcohol markers, you do have to make sure the ends, tops are on them tight so they don't dry out. And I am the first to admit that I'm not much of a coloring, shading kind of gal. So when I do something like this, it's just all, and all one layer. But Stampin' Up has come out with these awesome stamps that have some automatic shading in them. So it kind of looks like I did. Anyway, so that will do for now. And this one, well, it has a bit, but you can't see much. I'll see if I can get some more. I like the glimmer of the Stella. So I just went over on the other one as well, but this one I'll do a little bit. A couple times is the just over the flowers to make them stand out a little bit more. And then when I went to put that on, because this is going to be raised a little bit on there, I did put a couple of small of our small dimensionals on the top side, and then I used my wonderful liquid glue along this piece at the bottom. And again, I'm not trying to line it up on the top of the wheelbarrow. Could be sitting by a fence, could be. So there are my two cards. And like I said, it doesn't matter if I put this on the outside, the inside, it still shows just a bit of glimmer. And it is a nice card to send for greeting, fall greetings. I lost my stamp set, there it is. I use the plant kindness, harvest love, all good things come from above, golden leaves, chilly air, autumn beauty everywhere. Thankful for you would be an awesome thing to put on the inside. Just a beautiful set. I'm loving it. So that is the card for today. I hope you've enjoyed. And like I say, leave me a comment, share my video. And I will, even though the draw is happening momentarily for the free stamping staycation, please continue to share my videos, and I do draw for some type of embellishment that I will send out to you if you win the weekly share draws. So I have quite a number of names in here. Every time, I know some of you shared every week, which is greatly appreciated. And I put your name in for each week. So I'm not looking, I'm going to pick this one. And it is Karen Y. Hey, Karen, congratulations. I will be in touch with you, and we will certainly see you at Staycation. I know that you're registered already, and you did join us last time, and we had a great time, and we will again. So thank you, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. There is still time to register if you didn't win, and if you'd like to join us. So please give us a shout, and we will see you there. Thanks again for joining in, and we'll chat with you next week. Take care now.